Welcome back to the channel. This is Craig with Single Length School, and in this video we're going to cover some of the items I think you should have in your house as winter approaches and we get into the off season in the golf world. So if you're new to the channel, this is your first time here, or you've been here before but haven't yet done so, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notifications bell right beside it so you know when we release new videos. And don't forget, check us out on social media. Facebook and Instagram, it's at Single Length School. Over on Twitter, it's at One Length School. And singlelengthschool.com. Go check us out there. You can sign up for some online lessons. You can check out our partners where you're going to be able to get some of the products we're going to talk about today. I've broken all these products down into three categories: must-haves, should-haves, and if you can have. And it's all based on your situation at home. So up until about this time last year, I didn't have a place in my house that allowed me to take full swings. And I know a lot of guys are in the same situation. I didn't have a 10-foot ceiling anywhere in my house. So I'm forced to try and work on my golf swing and my golf game with 8-foot ceilings. It doesn't work when it comes to full swings, and there's no sense in even trying to full swing in with an 8-foot ceiling because you're going to mess your swing up. So that's why we have our must-haves. Now, when we're talking must-haves, these are items and things you can put in your house, use, doesn't matter how high your ceiling is, they can go in the basement, the living room, a bedroom, an office, wherever you have space. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Perfect Practice putting mat. And you'll see a picture of it right now beside me here. But anytime you're a semi-serious golfer, you should have a putting mat of some kind in your house. Now, what I love about the Perfect Practice mat is they offer a couple different versions. They have a 9-footer and they have a 15-footer. So if you have a bigger room, bump up to the 15-footer. Work on those longer putts during the off season too. If you don't have a room that's wide enough to hold an 11 or a 15-foot mat, go ahead and get the 9-foot mat. And now these mats are nice. They roll up, they go away easy. They look a lot like the mats you can buy off the shelf at your local department store, your local sporting goods store, but they're a little bit higher quality, and I find that they actually perform a little bit better than those other mats. Now, depending on the size of your mat, that will adjust the price, but I have a link down below in the description to the Perfect Practice putting mat, and all the other products we're going to talk about, there's links down in the description for you. So that covers putting. The other part of your game that you can really work on, and it doesn't matter if you have room to full swing or not, is your chipping game. And you can use chipping in conjunction with your putting mat, and you can get a net. So the first thing you want to think about is, what are you going to chip off of? Well, here's another product. It's a little Callaway Hitting Mat. It's a very small chipping mat. It's not one of those cheap pieces of fabric, outdoor carpet. It's actually got a little solid base to it. It's not going to move. It doesn't take up much room at all. And you can hit off of it with confidence. So check out this Callaway little chipping mat. This is a great product that you should have to be able to work on your chipping in the house as well. And the other thing you should add to help practice your chipping, as I said, you can chip onto the putting mat if you want to, but add a chipping net. Here's one for you. Again, there's a link down below to a chipping mat or a chipping net for you in the description, but just get a little chipping net, put it up so you can work on different distance chips, and then you can transition over to the putting green and practice putting it in the hole. Next, we're going to move on to your should-haves, what you should have for your winter off-season training. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is what I call, or what is called, the Sci-Core golf balls. Now, these golf balls are cool because if you do have the ability to take full swings in your house, these are foam balls that won't break a window, but can actually make you feel like you're hitting a real ball. They're a little more firmer, but at the same time, they're not going to break anything in the house. So these Sci-Core golf balls, again, link down below. Get a pack of those. Those are great to hit around the house if you have the room to hit full swings. Your other should have, and this comes down to something everybody wants to get, is more distance. And this product, as a should have, it doesn't matter if you have the room inside to swing or you need to go take 5-10 minutes outside to do this. But you want to get yourself a set of these super speed swing sticks. I've talked about these before. Follow the protocols, go with it. It's going to increase your speed and help increase your distance when the springtime comes around and the new golf season comes around. So a should have is these super speed swing sticks. Get yourself a set. Again, I've got the link down below to go get a set for you. And finally, our last set, or our last group, is if you can have. And what I mean by if you can have is if A, you've got the financial means and some extra money laying around, and B, have the room to get a full swing. So if you guys look back through my videos, I've got one talking about indoor simulator setup. I've done some par 3 shootouts or hole-in-one challenges before in our new edition, which I custom built so I can have a full swing. One of the things, if you have the ability to have full swings, whether it's in a garage, a basement, some kind of room, you're going to want to upgrade from the small chipping mat that we talked about to a full-size hitting mat. And again, here's a picture of it, and there's a link down below. This will allow you to create a solid foundation for you to take full swings and practice all year round. It'll allow you to put a plastic tee on it, hit driver, hit your irons, even putt off of it. So this mat, a great thing to have. Another thing, if you're going to be hitting full shots, is you need a net. And I've got a net. I found a great net that I love. It's simple, especially if it's going in a room where you have to take it up and down or put it up and down constantly. This type of mat that I've got here, set up and break down in less than 5 minutes. It's up, it's down, it's really great, it's quality made. The link's down below, but make sure you get yourself a net if you have the ability to take full swings in your house or in a garage, wherever it may be. And finally, the big coup de grace, if you have the ability to get one and the means to get one and the ability to swing inside, get yourself a launch monitor that allows you to see what your balls are doing, get distances. And it doesn't have to be a fancy simulator if you don't want it to be. Now, if you want it to be a simulator, you can do that. You can get a low end, a SkyTrack, or a Mevo Plus. Those are a little bit different because space is one thing. So certain launch monitors are going to be set to line up behind your shot, and they need 16 feet of ball flight. Other ones are going to line up right beside you, and they're camera activated so that you don't need anything more than enough room to swing the club. So when you're talking side launch monitors, you're looking at the SkyTrack, you're looking at a Foresight GC2, GC Quad, something like that. Behind you, you're talking Flight Scope, whether it's a Mevo Plus, a Mevo, any one of their bigger ones. Those are ones that are going to set up behind you, and you're going to need 16 feet, 8 to the hitting mat and 8 of ball flight. So you have those. But then again, there's some other options that are a little less expensive that don't do simulation, that you can still get your numbers on. So a couple of those that you can get for a couple $100. If you're looking for a side mount or a side set where you need to just get your ball numbers, there's the Garmin. Garmin makes one that props up on a ball, sets right there in front of you. There's PRGR, which you can get, also works with the super speed sticks. That'll help get you distance numbers. And then there's rear ones if you have a little bit more room for some flight. Not Sky Caddy, but the SC300 voice caddies. Voice Caddy has a couple different models. Ernest Sports has a couple models that sit behind that are inexpensive as well. So, guys, those are your options. Those are what I recommend you guys look at for your winter prep, your winter training. Again, you have your must-haves with the putting mat, a little chipping mat, and a chipping net. Your should-haves with the super speed and the Sci-Core golf balls if you have room to hit inside. And then your ultimately, if I could have or if I have the space to have, your kind of simulator setup or full swing setup as well. But that's going to do it, guys. I hope this gives you guys some ideas as to what to buy, or give your partner or family some ideas for Christmas of things that you may want and can really improve your golf game. So, again, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notifications bell right beside it. Go give us a follow on social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Single Length School, on Twitter, at One Length School, and don't forget to check out the website, singlelengthschool.com. Again, guys, let's golf smarter, not harder, and until next week, keep it in the fairways.